All right, so those who are just coming into salmon fishing, this right here is a FISHHAWK right here. All right, can you tell me a little bit about the FISHHAWK?
So what the FISHHAWK does is it's going to give you speed and temperature at depth. So there are different levels of temperature throughout the water column. Today Chris has got his probe down about 56 feet, and the difference between the surface temperature, his unit shows the surface temperature and temperature at depth. So right now his is reading the surface temperature at 69 degrees, and down 56 feet it's about 60 degrees. So, you know, about a 10-degree difference. A lot of times though, if he was running his rigger down maybe at 100 feet, you'd be showing, you know, temperatures in the 50s. So that's giving him the data where that cold water is, and salmon like cold water, so it gives him that data. The other thing that it does, it's going to give you speed at depth. So we may be trolling today at 2.5 on top. You know, right now again his ball's down about 55 feet, so not a lot of difference, but I've been watching it this morning. Some of the directions we'll be going 2.5 on top, and down below it'll be going like 1.5, and that's good information for him, because at 1.5 those spoons are going to act a lot differently. And if there's places where I've been out on the water where you're running on top at 2.5 and down below, you know, maybe 0.5 miles an hour, and your spoons or whatever you're running out there is going to have almost no spin down there. So a lot of times you'll see people be like, you know, I went on an east troll and we caught a bunch of them, and we turned west, we caught nothing. And that's probably what was happening, is their lures were either spinning way out of control because that speed down below was too fast, or they were just dead because there was no speed below. So that's what the FISHHAWK does. It's going to give you that data, let you know what's going on way down below in the depths below your boat.
All right, so if somebody wants to pick one of these FISHHAWKs up, where could they go?
You know, you can go to any of your kind of better fishing dealers, but we're out here with Mike from Lake Michigan Angler, so we're gonna throw a bone to Mike. Go to Lake Michigan Angler. You can buy online from those guys, they can ship it to you, but there's tons of retailers out there that carry them, and of course FISHHAWK carries them as well. But you know, the guys at Lake Michigan Angler, Mike and Rob, are awesome, and just really enjoy being out here on the boat with him today. And I've spent a lot of time with them, just hanging out down at the shop. I try to get down there once a year and see those guys, but they'll always take good care of you down there at Lake Michigan Angler.
Sounds good. All right, guys, there you go. FISHHAWK is the way to go. If you guys are new into that, if people who don't have a bow, is there an alternate? Like, do you guys make a smaller?
So we have a unit that is called the multi. So that unit will give you essentially the same data, and you can move it from boat to boat. So instead of having a permanently mounted transducer, it's a deucer that's going to hang over the boat. You're going to send it down on we usually recommend people who've got a shorter rod, and they'll maybe run it on a 4 or 5 pound ball and go over the side. We see a lot of people on Lake Erie use those for walleye boats. But if you have a boat, maybe you do a lot of inland fishing, you want to bring the power of FISHHAWK to your boat, you can do that. This is a unit that can come on and off your boat really easily. So that's called the multi. But we also have a unit called the FISHHAWK TD. What the FISHHAWK TD is it's a really small probe. It's about that big, and you can just hook it up to your fishing line. You can put a sinker on the bottom, drop it down until you feel it hit the bottom, and then reel it up. And it's going to give you temperature data from every 5 feet from the bottom all the way up. So it'll give you that profile, like that buoy data that a lot of people look up online. If you're in an area where you don't have buoy data, you basically can make your own buoy data with the FISHHAWK TD. And that's a really affordable product. You'll see it online anywhere from $150 to $225.
All right, guys, there you go. Nail in your fishing, and yeah, look them up, FISHHAWK. As we're doing that, we got this is how important that is. Doubled up.
Grab me some scissors, thank you.
Scissors down. Awesome. What's that? Scissors.
All right, we're doing that interview. We had doubled up, and he is.
Real.
most filmed salmon in the Great Lakes.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, I think we've got about 4 cameras pointed at the back of this boat. And, madness as ensues.
Low diver, low diver.
Rods
All
are
right.
just popping off left and right here. Captain Chris Ingalls and his mate Tim are on a really hot bite out here out of Manistee. And it's been a fun morning.
Back to back. Got one, there we go. Oh, almost out.
Ready?
Yep. It is. Okay, yeah.
Yes, peeling drag.
We've had doubles twice this morning. Right now we're on a triple on the tail end of it. We've got Max on the rod right now, bringing one in. We got a couple laying on the deck back here, but been a great bite this morning out of Manistee. We're with Captain
Nice
Chris
check.
Ingalls with Dark Blue Charters, Tangled Tackle Fishing out of YouTube. His mate Tim, also known as Blind Osprey. These guys got the program dialed in here this morning out of Manistee, Michigan. Again, have doubles twice, and we're on the tail end of triples right now. Chris is dealing with the big king here in the back of the boat. Cooler's loaded up with a couple of big ones. Some nice eater fish in there too. It's been rough here.